Happy Tuesday. As you can tell, we're having a little struggle right now with our store because all of a sudden we have like
no sales.
So keep in mind. So generally speaking, we are typically around like 10 items.
Yeah.
A day is roughly around, and I would say it generally ranges between 7 to 14, somewhere around that range is about where we find. So when we get to where we're ready to do the video and we have 3 items to sell, like that's a concern.
We're dying. No, just kidding.
And we did just sell a 4th item.
Yes.
So we did, before we started, we pulled a 4th item. So we have 4 items going out.
Should be a very short video.
And so the question is it time to panic? And I don't think so. Like, I don't think it's generally, like, that's the short answer. Like, I don't panic just because we don't have a ton of items that sold. If there was a trend of this moving forward, I think you can start to look at that as being a potential issue.
What is happening? Good morning, Daisy.
I don't think it's reasonable to, take just one day and say, okay, like, let's be a full-blown panic. Now, let's be honest. We used to.
Yes.
Like, if we were, like, slow, it was like we would communicate, like, what's going on? What do we need to
Call eBay.
You'd be like, do we need to put on a sale?
Yeah.
All that. Like, that used to be, like, part of the whole panic process. But now you just kind of take the, like, like...
My first instinct is to say, eBay, there's, like, glitching. There must be something wrong on their end.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's not our fault.
It's possible. I will say, like, the one thing I will do in a situation where I've seen like a big drop in sales is I will look at our store metrics.
Right.
Is anything like out of whack or look off?
Right.
With regards to our store, so that would be, do we have like a transact issue?
Negative feedback.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then also I want to look to see what my traffic looks like. So our traffic in the last 30 days is down like 16%, which is a pretty big dip.
Yeah.
But what do you do to combat like lower traffic? Well, there's a couple things you can do. You can promote your items. Don't want to do that.
I feel like this is like their whole scheme. Oh, your traffic's down. Probably should like pay us more and we'll show it more.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Because it's at the end of the day, I'm still fine with,
We're already like giving money away at shipping.
Yeah.
Because we used to make just a little bit on shipping and it wouldn't even cover our shipping supplies. So the box we're sending the items in, our profit in the shipping is not going to cover that. But now, like, I'm finding we're breaking even or owing money.
Yeah.
In shipping costs.
I have to trust you on that because I don't know what's going on that side.
It's ugly.
But good morning, Dan.
Good morning. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm very lucky too.
So yeah, it's an interesting situation. It's also like we're getting into the 4th quarter where in like the expectation is your sales would go up.
Right.
To see a dip in sales is kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But then you can also look at the background of what's going on. I feel like we're picking up less items, so therefore we are listing less items, which therefore would lead to
less daily sales. But also our average sale should be increasing.
Yes, it is. Definitely for sure it's increasing. So that's like part of it. Like there's just so many like aspects of it. And we're doing really well for the year. I'm not like concerned from like, are we going to make enough this year or anything like that? If anything, we've kind of talked about it. We could almost let off the gas a little bit if we wanted to. Not that we are. That is not our intentions.
Right. But like you've pushed so long for the year, like it's okay to take a little bit less.
Yeah. So like we're not panicking about it. We hope that you guys are still out there, still selling and doing really well.
Yes.
Yeah. But
yeah,
it's interesting. Anything else you would want to?
I don't think so. I think we kind of covered it. Like before, we would have panicked, and now we're not. And who knows what's happening behind the scenes? They could have had some kind of like system repair, and it stopped people from seeing listings. I'd be interested to see if this has been like something that other sellers have dealt with as far as
Yeah.
yesterday, because sometimes you can see that they're like it's down.
One of the beauty things about doing lives like this is we're kind of like on the front end of issues
Yeah.
when it comes to like it. So if
Like
you're
you catch
seeing
it right
some of
away.
your eBay resellers out there starting to post about a reduction in sales in a week from now,
Mm-hmm.
like they're about a week reactionary from what
Well,
actually
they
is
probably
happening.
edit their videos.
Correct. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
it takes longer to put out their
So
content.
like we can see that the in a couple days if content starts coming out about
Right.
slower sales, slower sales,
But
slower
ours is
sales.
in real time.
Yeah,
Happening now.
that would kind of be beneficial. As
Yes.
far as cedar houses go, you can. It's nothing that we've done.
What?
Sell cedar bird houses.
Yeah. I don't know. We've not branched out into that.
I think it's a little bit difficult to sell like handmade items like that.
You'd have to you'd have to search
I'd
on
say
eBay.
Etsy would probably be the way to go.
Yeah. Etsy or Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook would be an option as well. Hey, another item, but we're gonna say that for next.
Yeah. So
time.
yesterday when we were waiting for sales to come in out, it was what, like 6 o'clock before we sold anything.
Yeah, we were talking about are we gonna even have a video? That was kind of where we were at there. Yeah. So it was a interesting little.
But it does look like sales are starting to come in because we just sold our 4th from yesterday.
Yep.
And then we just sold something else. So maybe we're back on. Maybe. Thank you, eBay.
So we will jump into our first sale. We have a HP calculator. So brand new sealed calculator, and I think I paid like $10 for this, is my guess. And it sold for 45 plus shipping. I got that from a thrift store.
Interesting.
Even on a low sales day, we still sell some soccer cleats. This has been our go-to for the longest. And these soccer cleats sold for $20 plus shipping, so that's on the low end.
Yeah, when we're going through garage sales and we see shoes, my eyes are driven to the cleats. I'm like, cleats, gotta stop, gotta look at the cleats.
Yep.
They probably have bats. Let's look at those.
So we just recently went through and delisted and relisted all of our Halloween-related stuff so that we can try to get it sold for this season instead of holding it for an extended period of time. We have a DJ Marshmallow light up helmet. We've had this for we didn't sell it last season, and so this season I'm like, it's got to go.
Yeah.
$30 plus shipping.
It's not small.
And then we get the space.
Don't do that.
Well, I need to get it.
Not right here.
Okay. Well, that's just. I'm drawn to fix it. Like I can't help myself.
Records.
And then the other sale, last
sale of the day,
is a lot of 9 Yes albums. So
technically it's 9 items.
Yes.
Just kidding.
But a bunch of different Yes albums. We got this as a part of the $5 lot.
Oh, okay.
That we picked up for vinyl records, and this sold for $45 plus shipping.
Love it.
And this is what sold right before
we came on.
We came on today. So yesterday we got a lot done. We listed a lot of inflatables.
Sure. Yeah, those are great. Some of them.
And we just sold one of those, so we will share that tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you'll get to see that. And
yeah, those were fun to do. There was one snowman that was 12 feet high.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, it's just we don't mind like dealing
They're
with
fun.
The inflatables.
They and then we get
fun.
The kids out there and see what it looks like. Our neighbor drove by.
Yelled at us. That
Frosty!
Kind of thing. So yeah, that's always fun. And then yeah, I got a lot of other stuff to list, but I still have a lot more to list today. My plan is to get through all the golf.
Oh, okay, cool.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, because the inflatables were the biggest items that we had from this weekend. So now your next biggest are golf.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wouldn't even know if that was the biggest.
Like, takes up space.
Yeah.
In our room.
Because
for my eyes.
For your eyes, maybe.
For my eyes.
But not actually physical space, because there's other items that are bigger that take up more space.
Yeah.
Like the VHS player and stuff like that.
That'd be fast to test.
Whenever I get through the golf, I'll have plenty of time to migrate to other stuff, and don't really have anything else planned today.
Yeah, I was able to file away all my purses and clothes that I had listed, so those are skewed and in bins, so that's all cleared out. So now today, after shipping and school and cooking, I will have time to list the remaining clothes that I have picked up lately.
Yeah, you're going to be able to finish it, or is it just to get started?
I am intending to be done with it
I think the point is that, and I think a lot of people out there can relate to it, is the hardest part about listing is starting.
Yes.
So don't stop my start.
Right.
And
so don't put negative thoughts in my mind. I'm already focused on gonna do it. So leave me be.
So it is a shorter shipper.
We also have a hurricane coming. So
well, it's supposed to come through on Friday.
Yeah. So as far as garage sales go, those could be hindered, or people just won't plan for it because they'll know there's rain coming.
I've already seen community sales. So as long as they don't start coming out and saying cancel. But then again, whenever you have community sales and then there's rain, even in the thought of rain being an issue, you'll get lower participation.
Yeah, because they're just betting that other people in their neighborhood are still going to put their stuff out. No one will know that I didn't do mine.
Because think about it. So let's say, for example, it comes through on a Friday.
Right.
And Friday is the day you took off from work to go ahead and get your stuff organized and pull the items that you want to do for the garage sale. And all that's going on outside the entire time you're doing it.
Rain and wind.
Is just rain and wind.
Hey, good morning, Josh.
And it looks awful.
Yeah.
Like, in those situations, I could see where you start to, like, the devil's like, there's like, nobody's going to go garage selling. It's raining and windy out there. Don't even look at tomorrow. Yeah. Just put it off for another day. And I kind of expect that's kind of what happens.
Yeah, so anybody that's in Florida and Georgia, keep an eye on the weather because I know they're down. Some places are down talking it and it's coming fast. So I like to watch Mike's weather page. He's from Florida and he's always on point, and that's who I would always watch when I was down in Florida. So
yeah, and
that's on Facebook.
She always it says that he doesn't panic or anything.
He does not. He does not panic.
All of your moves and actions show panic because
he is good.
She would leave me in Jacksonville.
Yes.
Because I would stay because I'd have to work.
No, you chose to. There were people that were staying home. Yeah. Anyways, he's willing to risk his life over weather, and I'm like, no thanks. I'd rather not chance it.
I gotta defend the house. There's people that go around and loot houses that are empty.
Right.
You're not gonna steal my stuff.
Nope. Not doing it. So watch out for the weather, guys.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a slow day out there on eBay, but it doesn't necessarily make any sort of changes or effects on what we are going to do. We're going to continue
our listing numbers might go up today just out of chance because I'm going to be listing mine.
Yes, chance.
It's not because of it's just not related to us panicking. No panicking.
And the good thing is we have at least one item for tomorrow to ship, so there's that.
And we shipped one, so this kind of counts as today's.
No, that doesn't count. We're counting that for today.
Okay, so for today, we'll see how many we have tomorrow.
Yeah, we will beat 4 items tomorrow. I'm willing to bet.
Let's try.
Yeah, but
how are your eBay sales?
Yes.
Are they up or down?
You know, I feel like you say that at least once a week.
Well, I'm asking them. Most people on here are resellers.
Yes.
So it'd be nice to see a trend.
Well, awesome. Well,
not in the negative, in the positive.
Thank you, everybody out there.
Thanks for joining us.
You enjoyed your...
Have